on our way to North Cascades National Park, and getting around Seattle, the quickest way to get there is by ferry.
It's nice to be on a ferry when it's not 30 degrees. We left Olympic National Park and hopped on the Kingston to Edmonds ferry and arrived in Newhalem Campground just before dark. Side note, there is no fee to enter the park.
When we first arrived, we set up the tent and we did the short hike, which is right here in the campground. It's a river trail, which leads you to the Skagit River, which is a really cool hike, and especially when we did it at twilight, just loved it. This is definitely not a river that we cross.
I don't even know. Don't even know.
I was gonna say they just sink.
Okay, so let us know what you think it is.
I think it's for pigs.
In the middle of the park is State Route 20. Plenty of waterfalls to see. There's a lot of overlooks. Gorge Creek overlook, Diablo Lake. That's a cool road to take. Even if you don't hike any trails, you can just drive through that and it's very scenic.
This is Gorge Powerhouse at Ladder Creek Falls.
There's a suspension bridge to get here.
So this next stop we did, I know does not seem like a typical national park stop, but we went to the Gorge Powerhouse. Right next to it is Ladder Creek Waterfall. It's so pretty, and it's cool to see the juxtaposition between the two of this kind of industrial electrical power right next to this beautiful creek.
Ladder Creek Falls is a great little stop. Don't miss it. When we were there wasn't anyone there.
The 10th waterfall out of this park. Pretty cool.
And the cool thing is that if you go during the day, you can actually go into the back of the Gorge Powerhouse, and there's a little informational type visitor place, and it talks all about the history of the dams in the area, how they give power to the Seattle area, and you can actually, there's a window, you can actually see the turbines or generators or whatever it is that makes the electricity, and there was even some workers in there too.
It was pretty cool. I like the demonstrator where you could like spin the thing to show how you can produce energy. It keeps going around and the light starts going maybe a few seconds to just shine.
The Gorge Dam was completed in 1961 and is one of 3 dams that comprise the Skagit River Hydroelectric Project, which supplies Seattle with 20% of its power. The river is also considered a sacred site to the Upper Skagit Indian tribe, who is currently petitioning Seattle to have the dam removed.
A truck just came out of the butt of this hill. Oh, we're in the butt of a hill. Ew. Wait, are we being pooped out or thrown up? That was disgusting.
The main one we wanted to do is the Cascade Pass Trail, which is over 6 miles, but unfortunately the road leading to it was closed, which means that you'd have to walk 2 or 3 miles just to get to the trail. The other option was Thunder Knob Trail, which we considered is less than 4 miles, but because of glacier, we had already done an overlook of a lake, so that's why we ended up choosing.
We are at Blue Lake Trailhead. It's 2 miles in, 2 miles out, but this time you don't look down on the lake. The mountain's just greedy and it's keeping the lake up above. So to see it, we have to go up there.
We're here early June. We're following the reviews on all trails, and a few people just like a week ago were having to trek over snow, which we did a little bit, but I'm guessing like it was even snowier back then.
You missed it. I slipped already, but I didn't fall down.
Oh God, it's a tradition.
Technically, I did not fall into the water. My phone fell into the water. My phone fell into the water.
No. And we're at 1.1 taking a break because that's the halfway point to reaching the lake. The consensus is that this is so far easier than the hike we did in Glacier.
Consensuses can be deceiving.
1,100 foot elevation gain. One person was like, doesn't even seem like you're walking uphill at all. Joe would beg to differ.
So we drove past 4 lakes to come to the trailhead here to climb 2 miles to see a lake. And then we'll climb 2 miles back down and drive past, what was it, 5 waterfalls? And probably hike 5 miles to see the one waterfall you can't see from the road.
14 miles to go.
Also, it is the Blue Lake. I mean, we've seen a lot of Blue Lakes, but it's the one that's actually named Blue Lake. Lake.
Say wolf.
Wolf.
I've heard it both ways.
We kind of all agreed that like it was kind of a pain to go up because there's quite an elevation gain, 1,100 feet, but there was a little bit of payoff at the end because the lake was beautiful.
Then once you really see it, it's actually really nice. And then on your way back, it's just downhill, so it's a pretty fun hike.
That's as much as I can take. That's really cold.
We did have bear spray with us, which honestly I used to think was like blinker fluid, if you know what I mean, but it's a real thing. Here though, they advise you to say, "Go away, bears," and that should work. It is in no way my advice.
Just get out of here, bear. Just not go away.
I would have died because the bear would have been like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Gwen won this game.
Yay, finally.
Some of you may be asking, what about Mount Rainier?
You went to Olympic, you went to North Cascades. They actually canceled our reservations that we had made because of the snow.
We had a last minute important job come up, and the boys agreed with a few added treats that we could go to New Mexico and film this really cool thing that's happening.
And we'll give you another update on why we were there in an upcoming video.
North Cascades is a really pretty park.
Overall, just is really fun and good.
Because we were short on time, we covered kind of the middle section around the Ross Lake recreational area. They say it's the 6th least visited national park in the United States, which is kind of mind-blowing because when you're here, in some regards, it's similar to Glacier. It's got the mountains, it's got great hikes.
North Cascades is a hidden gem. I think it's like a aquamarine or emerald or something. It's green and gorgeous here.
So thanks for watching, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for following us along on this adventure. We've got more to come.
Make sure to subscribe and click the bells if you want to see more content like this, and we'll see you next time.
We really didn't want to pack up a wet tent today because we will be in hotels for a couple nights.
So we set an alarm for 6:30, but I woke up at like 5, checked the weather. Got up around 6. It's supposed to rain, so we wanted to tear down before it rained. And we had just taken on the tent, and it started raining, like just as we were folding it up. So it was like,